Good morning guys, Ian here, aka Ahura Mantra. Welcome to my day and welcome to my channel. My mad musings and ramblings today, I think, are going to be about a video I watched yesterday on Andulairah of Earth's channel, entitled "Why Are We So Mean to Each Other?" Now, in that video, Andulairah talks about a video that she watched and a quote from a physicist, Carl Sagan, which stayed with her for quite some time, provoking thought. And in a similar way, Andulairah's video had that effect on me. Why are we so mean to each other? And I think the reason that it sort of stuck with me is because one of the videos I put on my channel a few days ago, entitled "Drinking Poison and Expecting the Other Person to Die," was about the same thing. So it's a theme for me. I think it's a life learning point at the moment. Being mean to each other, and why, when we are spiritual beings made of light, we can be so unlike our true selves to the other people, to the other beings, to the other creatures with whom we share our planet and our home. And so I wanted to study this, I wanted to dig into it, I wanted to take it apart. And you know, the best way of doing that, of trying to find out an aspect of the human experience, is to try and find it in yourself and dig around within yourself and see what's going on for you when you display those behaviours. And so I thought about times when I've been mean to someone, especially being mean to somebody that, you know, maybe you care about, or somebody that you wouldn't normally be mean to. So locate an example, right? And then look at what was going on for you at the time. Now, my personal belief, when I look, you know, at my own experience, is the times that I have been mean to someone is times when I have been hurting myself. And that doesn't justify it in any shape or form, but it does perhaps help to explain it. So if we are hurting ourselves and we know what that experience feels like, and we know that it's unpleasant, and we know that it's something we would wish not to be there, why then would we hurt someone else? And if it's in our nature to be hurtful frequently to a variety of people, why would we do that? It's curious, don't you think? So the first principle that I distilled from my own self-study is that hurting others is a sign of not rightness within yourself. A sign that all is not well within. It's a symptom of something that needs looking at in our lives if we are hurtful to others on a regular basis, or even if we're hurtful to them on one basis, because surely if there's something not right within us, we would want to put that right. Yeah. So what kind of hurt then would cause us to hurt others? Maybe if we think that they don't value us. Maybe if we think they take us for granted. Maybe if they think that they see us as not worthy. You know, what I see when I look at this is really it is all about us and what we tell ourselves about what is going on in our world, which takes me right back to, you know, the basis of cognitive behavioural therapy and the words of Epictetus, who said, it's not events that disturb man, rather the view they take of them. Because sure, somebody can be hurtful to us, okay, they can do something to slight us, or they can do something to cheat us, or they can do something to defame us. But really, that's not where the damage to us occurs, is it? That's in the out there. the real damage, the real punch that gets us in the guts is when we think about that and what it means. When we give what they have done meaning. A meaning which might not be the meaning behind the action that they took. They may have been mean for a reason. Well, they would have been mean for a reason. Maybe because they're hurting themselves. But when we get to experience the effects of that, when we take it within ourselves, when we chew it over like we do, when we give it meaning, they did that because they think I'm worth nothing. And then when we internalize that, maybe I am worth nothing. Oh, the sting, the damage that does when we accept someone else's assessment of us that may have been the result of an act of anger on their part, that may really have nothing to do with what is going on within us right now. So when we get those feelings within ourselves, it's very easy to react by lashing out, either in an instant sort of instinctive action, or more seriously when something in our mind starts to plan our revenge. Not good. Poison. Like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. So really, it is all about, isn't it, using ourself as a self-study. When we want to know the mechanics of something, why a person might be behaving like that, often we can find our answers by looking inside. What would make us behave like that? What would be going through our minds? What would be sitting in our hearts if we were to behave like that? Now, we won't always get it right, because some people, their wiring is, slightly to wildly different from ours, but for the most part, our own hearts are a great self-study. And to go back then to a video that I put up just a few days ago where it talks about, and it all makes so much more sense to me now, where, love your enemies, bless them that curse you, do good for those that hate you, and pray for those who despitefully use and persecute you. Yes, I understand now why we need to do that, because that is the way that we get rid of the hurt. When someone hurts us, do good for them. When someone uses us, do something that's in their best interest. It's for us. It solves our problems. Yeah, it may get them to think, why are they being like this when I've just been so spiteful to them? And it might help them to move on and to grow. But firstly and foremostly, it helps us. It helps us to deal with that bitter root that can take hold within us and really poison our lives. So we don't need to be mean to people. We are only mean to people when we are hurting and experiencing damage within ourselves. And we can do something about that. I really believe it. And I think this is what spiritual growth is about. It's about learning and understanding these principles and deciding to be different. Deciding I have a choice whether I'm going to be like that and respond like that and react like that. Or I can choose to be different. I can choose to be not mean, not spiteful. I can choose to demonstrate love. We talked about the agape love, the love of service, the love in action. Well, we can choose to do that. We can choose to be that. And that's going to be my quest, I think, to be more the person that I want to be, rather than the person that I think, just so happens to occur as a result of things that are going on in my environment. Why are we so mean to each other? A very good question in this day and age, I think. Okay, well, thank you for listening. I'm going to end now. There's a dog war about to start at my feet, and I can just see my tripod and the camera hitting the ground and smashing into a million pieces. So I'm going to stop, and I will see you guys soon. Thank you for listening. Bye for now.